I hope you have come across diagrams like this in exam and you felt nervous. This is what we are going to learn today, and after knowing where they come from, when you meet them next time, you wouldn't shiver, you wouldn't panic, and you may find it very easy. You are welcome back to my channel. If today is the first time of visiting this channel, please subscribe to it. And if you have been visiting my channel, you are welcome. Continue watching because I have so many topics to teach on this channel. Let us go on and find out how this diagram came about, and it would help you to answer questions such as this in exams. Today, still under circle theorems. For you to know how that diagram I showed you came about, we are going to look at same chord or arc subtending angles at the center and the circumference of a circle, and this is the part 4. Look at how I am going to move some part of the diagram you see on the screen. Observe it well. Now, before I move it, you all know that the angle at the circumference multiplied by 2 would give us the angle at the center, which we already know, but let me show it because that is where that diagram is coming from. Okay, so you all bear with me that is half of the angle at the center, EID. Let me take it back. Now I am going to move the part of the diagram I want to. You observe it well. I hope you see the movement. You see the movement. For this diagram, still, the angle at the circumference multiplied by 2 would give us the one at the center. Let me show you. You see that? Let me go back again and still move the diagram. You observe what is going to happen. You see that? And it is still the angle at the circumference multiplied by 2 will give us the one at the center. Let me shift it back. I hope you are observing. Observe it well till the last thing you want to see is seen on your screen. Yes, I am moving it. Good. We will come to this, but today that is not what I want to talk of. But you have seen where this diagram also comes from. Let me move on. We will come back to it. So still moving it, you see? You see that? Good. Let me go and place angle EJD on this. Good. You see that? It is still half of the angle at the center. Let me paste it back and still moving it. Good. Now it looks familiar. You have been seeing this in exam. Let us look at what happens when I move angle EJD and paste it on angle EID. Let's see what happens. Let's see. Good. So you see that still the angle at the circumference multiplied by 2 would give us the one at the center. They are all subtending on the major arc or the minor arc above, and hence the one at the circumference multiplied by 2 would give us the one at the center. And when the center is divided into 2, or half of the angle at the center would give us the angle at the circumference. So you see that this diagram comes from this. So now you understand. And I hope when you meet any other question on such diagram like this or this or this, you could be able to answer and answer it well. So the property states that the angle formed at the center of a circle is twice the size of the angle at the circumference, subtended by the same chord or arc. So the angle at the circumference and the angle at the center subtend on the same arc. And even if you want to draw a chord, there can be a chord connecting the point E and point D together. So they subtend on the same chord or the same arc. So if you want to indicate the chord, you could draw your own chord, and that is the chord I have drawn, connecting point E and point D. So we could see that the angle EJD multiplied by 2 would give us the angle EIG. From this, and as we already know, angle EID is equal to 2 times angle EJD. And that is what you see on the screen, point 1. And in vice versa, angle EJD is also equal to half of angle EID. And if you know angle EID, the one down here, then you can even calculate the one within the quadrilateral. And if you know the angle here, that is EID, the interior angle of the quadrilateral, then you can also tell the one outside here. And if you know the one inside here, EJD, you can tell angle EID, the one outside here. And since it is a quadrilateral, when we add all its 4 angles, we should get 360 degrees. Note that one too. Let us move on and solve questions so as to help you in understanding this subtopic very well. Let's solve questions. But before that, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. So let us look at our first question. In the diagram below, O is the center of the circle. If angle FOC is equal to 100 degrees and angle FDC is equal to y degrees, find the value of angle y degrees. So we have to find this y degrees. Let's solve it together. First of all, you have to represent the angle at the center by x degrees. That is the angle shown in red, x degrees. And the second thing is that knowing that angle at a point is 360 degrees, you use that to find the value of x degrees. This means that we must add 100 degrees and x degrees and equate it to 360 degrees as it is shown on the screen. Now we make x the subject by subtracting 100 degrees from both sides of the equation, so that we get x degrees here. 100 degrees minus 100 degrees would give us 0, equal to 360 degrees minus 100 degrees, so that we get x degrees is equal to 260 degrees. Now let me write that in the diagram. So we have, in place of x, 260 degrees. Now that we have here to be 260 degrees, when we divide 260 degrees by 2, then we can get the value of y. So let us divide 260 degrees by 2, and that would give us y degrees equals 130 degrees, and that is this angle. The question has been solved. Let us look at question number 2. In the diagram below, O is the center of the circle. If angle AOC is equal to 220 degrees and angle ABC is equal to y degrees, find the measure of angle y degrees. So we are going to find this y degrees. And that is very simple. I hope you would like to do it and you compare your answer with the solution here. If you want to do that, pause the video and do it. In solving together, all that we must do is to divide the angle at the center, 220, by 2 to get the value of y, which is equal to 110 degrees. So question 2 has also been solved, and I hope you understand what I am teaching. Please subscribe to the YouTube channel for me, so that when I upload other videos, you could be notified and also you could watch it as well. Now let's move on to the assignment. In the diagram below, O is the center of the circle. If angle POR is 130 degrees and angle PQR is equal to y degrees, find the value of y degrees. So solve it. It is like the first question. So solve it and compare your answer with that of mine. Pause the video and do that. Y degrees is equal to 115 degrees. So the question has been answered now. Yours is to work it out and see if you could get this same answer. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. I hope some of you have been visiting it frequently, but you have not subscribed to this channel. Please do that for me. And those who have visited it for the first time also should do that for me. May God be with you till we meet again in our next video. Bye.